Total offensive comedy with Joe Bass, Joe Bass Channel.
What is up, my totally offensive army and random YouTubers alike, and also people of Facebook as well. Yeah, that's right. I'm probably going to go ahead and cross-platform with this video as well. The last video I covered in regards to this incident, I give a 45-minute virtual tour discussing the attempted lynching incident that took place in Bloomington, Indiana at Lake Monroe over 4th of July weekend. I also received a shit ton of backlash on social media for airing my suspicions about a false narrative being presented in the videos. And you know what? I think I was right. Imagine that. Because now I've obtained a 68-page investigative report from all law enforcement agencies who have investigated this incident. This was just made public at 2 a.m. today. So you're getting it an hour after I'm getting it, and I've read through this fucking 68-page report 4 times now, and it is a huge dumpster fire. Oh yeah, it's worse than the videos, trying to decipher who's telling the truth from the way these people have given their accounts of what happened at Lake Monroe that particular evening. You can tell who was drunk and who was sober, and you can tell who was out to be an asshole and who wasn't, and you can definitely tell who's lying, because there's a certain way people talk when they give an account or a recounting of events, and it doesn't sound like that. Ian Watkins particularly, you could see the hate in their eyes. You could feel that they had murderous intent. That was just the vibe in the air. I mean, I ghostwrite fiction novels. I know what it sounds like when someone makes some shit up out of thin air, and that's definitely made up out of thin air. Honestly, I felt where I got the most facts from reading this report was the interviews with the juveniles present, because they were the most sober ones there besides Carolyn McCord, who'd only had a couple beers that day. This whole thing is fucked up, man. I really set out just to not want to be associated with Box Booker being the face of Black Lives Matter, and I didn't want people sending me messages saying, "Hey, thanks for supporting Box Booker," because I've had personal dealings with the guy. I know his reputation; it's less than stellar, and for a lot of reasons, a ton of reasons. I don't really want to get into it because it's late. I'm tired, and I've spent like a good hour poring over the 60-page report time and time again trying to make sense of this, and what I can figure for the most part is pretty much what I thought happened. What took place off camera was that Vox Booker went back a second time to the party of racist hillbillies and tried to say he was a county commissioner and he was going to go ahead and levy a bunch of fines on them and whatnot because he felt that they were saying things he didn't agree with, which may or may not have been racist, because nobody can apparently get to the bottom of that in a 68-page report. 3 or 4 people in this report are definitely not telling the truth. One person gives an account of the day and just basically talks about how he didn't drink or consume too many alcoholic beverages because he knew he had to drive a boat. And you could tell that guy probably drank his fuck ton and he was just trying to avoid getting a DUI in a boat on the lake. Yeah. There's a lot going on with this. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to leave it up to you to find your own facts, okay? I've uploaded this 68-page PDF report released from law enforcement agencies, and I've put it on 2 separate file downloading sites. There shouldn't be a lot of spam. There shouldn't be a lot of pop-ups on these websites, so you don't go ahead and give your computer or your cell phone or your laptop any aids. I'm doing the best I can here to try to help you out. And I'll go ahead and post the links to those file uploads in the description of this video so you can go ahead and download them for yourselves and give this whole 68-page report a read and see what you think about it. Because there's a lot of conflicting stories in this, and when you read about something, it's actually kind of a bit easier, well, for me anyway, to tell who's actually lying their asses off and who's not. Oh man, some of this shit sounds corroborated as fuck. Like well rehearsed to go ahead and give the cops, an eyewitness account of what happened. It's not like people really went ahead and got their stories together before they spoke to the cops at length. And then the younger people who were at least sober and present for the incident really were pretty damn honest so far, I think. I think the younger people left out a few details about some of the shitty things their parents might have said, but then again, they were just trying not to embarrass their parents, I guess. I mean, I might do the same if I were younger and I actually had a bit of respect for my parents and cared about them. Yeah, I mean, if I had a functional childhood, I might have tried to do the same, is what I'm getting at. But anyway, those links in the description. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. I'm not going to go ahead and say I told you so, But I'm going to say after you read this, you might say that I probably told people. That's what that is. And Jesus. This whole fucking thing is horrible and makes Bloomington look bad as a town. But Bloomington will do what it's always done, and when the truth finally comes out, they'll just go ahead and act kind of embarrassed and sweep the entire thing under the rug. And a year from now, people won't even really talk about this, or they'll just call it the Lake Monroe incident. Now, I'll give a scroll through of all this. Everything's in here. It's got, well, besides like the really pertinent information, but it's got a list of people who were interviewed in this, and there's a shit ton of people, okay? There's a lot of people in this. And the juveniles' names were obviously withheld, and for good reason. And then it goes on a case-by-case basis and suggests what charges should be given out. In this case, to what various parties who were present. It says who all was interviewed, even the detectives, the people in law enforcement in high-ranking positions. Their reports are in here, and their findings, even how they're going ahead and telling their subordinates to operate on this case. I mean, this is highly detailed. I don't think law enforcement dropped the ball entirely on this one. Not as much as the media represented that law enforcement dropped the ball initially when this story broke and made headlines. But there are a lot of interviews, dude. Even the fat racist hillbilly's wife is interviewed along with his kids. And I don't know, man. It's an overwhelming amount of information. I'm going to go ahead and leave it up to you to assimilate. But it is highly in-depth. It is very in-depth, I will tell you that much. So be prepared to do some reading. If you're trying to go ahead and read this while you're at work, good fucking luck. This will be the only thing you can concentrate on for today. Alright, anyway, links, description. Check them out for yourselves. See what you think. Feel free to go ahead and drop off some opinions in the comments section. Please note that I do not condone racism. I do not support anybody being racist on this channel. You can take that shit elsewhere. If you leave some shit like that in the comments, I'm going to go ahead and delete it. I'm not going to go ahead and deal with you further. That is not why the Totally Offensive Army exists. Okay, roast, reactions, reviews, and sometimes some reporting on the news because I'm good at that shit. That's why it exists. Not so you can go ahead and hate other people simply because of the color of their skin. Not about that life, nor will I ever be. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Check them links out. Download this 68-page PDF. See what you think. And let me know what you think. If you like this video, show me a thumbs up. And if you didn't, hey, it's late. Shit happens. I'm doing the best I can. Anyways, that's all I'm saying. Till next time, guys. Thanks for watching.